The river does not question its course, nor does it seek approval for its flow. It does not ask the stones if it may pass, nor does it wonder whether each should slow to accommodate their presence. It does not resist the banks that guide it, nor does it fear the open sea that awaits. It moves because it is movement itself. It cars the land not in defiance, but in harmony, not in destruction, but in transformation. It does not mourn what it leaves behind, nor does it hesitate before embracing the endless horizon that calls it forward. The sky does not shrink from its own vastness. It does not temper its expanse, does not question its own infinity, does not seek to be confined. It does not apologize for its silence, nor does it beg to be understood. It does not fear the storms it carries, nor does it resist the calm that follows. It does not wonder if it is seen, if it is felt, if it is known. It does not hesitate before stretching beyond all boundaries, beyond all sight, beyond all time. The fire does not regret its hunger. It does not mourn what it consumes, nor does it fear what it creates. It does not pause to question whether it is destruction or rebirth, whether it is feared or worshipped, whether it is too much or not enough. It does not resist the air that feeds it, nor does it deny the darkness it dispels. It does not hesitate before becoming light. The wind does not seek permission to move. It does not hold back its breath, does not quiet its voice, does not soften its steps to avoid disturbance. It does not question whether it is welcome, whether it is needed, whether it is known. It does not wait for acknowledgement before embracing the earth, before bending the trees, before whispering through the mountains. It does not hesitate before reminding the world that it is alive. The storm does not apologize for its arrival. It does not temper its roar, does not silence its thunder, does not soften its fury. It does not wonder if it is too strong, if it is too much, if it is unwelcome. It does not regret the rain that falls, nor does it grieve the lightning that splits the sky. It does not pause in hesitation, does not falter in uncertainty, does not resist its nature. It does not hesitate before unleashing the force of the heavens. The tide does not refuse the call of the moon. It does not resist the rhythm that moves it, does not question the pull that commands it, does not seek to remain still when it was made for motion. It does not mourn the shores it leaves behind, nor does it cling to what was. It does not wonder if it is too restless, too fleeting, too transient to be known. It does not hesitate before surrendering to the dance of the stars. The dawn does not seek to be understood. It does not hesitate before breaking the night, does not ask the darkness if it is ready to fade, does not fear the shadows it dispels. It does not wonder if it is too bright, if it is too sudden, if it is too inevitable. It does not apologize for the new day it brings, nor does it grieve the world that changes beneath its gaze. It does not hesitate before rising. The echo does not doubt its return. It does not wonder if it is meant to be heard, if it is strong enough, if it will fade too soon. It does not seek to be endless to be meaningful. It does not mourn the silence that follows, nor does it resist the stillness it leaves behind. It does not hesitate before answering the call. The world does not ask for permission to turn. It does not beg the stars to remain, does not plead with time to pause, does not hesitate before continuing. It does not question its own motion, does not seek validation for its existence, does not regret the passing of moments. It moves because movement is its truth. It turns because turning is its purpose. It becomes because becoming is the only way forward. And so must you. The divine pulse continues to reverberate throughout existence, ever present and eternal, unbroken by time, place, or form. This sacred flow moves through every being, every moment, and every breath, bringing with it a timeless grace that sustains all life. The sacred pulse does not follow human boundaries. It is an infinite current that transcends the limitations of earthly perception. This rhythm, this unceasing energy, permeates everything, intertwining with the fabric of creation itself. Every moment, every living being, every thought and feeling dances in harmony with this divine current. Through this sacred pulse, the vast and the minute are united, interwoven, moving together in a divine flow of eternal unity. In this eternal current, peace naturally arises, as the soul remembers its true connection to the divine pulse. Peace does not depend on external factors. It flows from a deep understanding of unity of all that is. It is not an absence of turbulence, but an inner knowing that the soul is held in divine grace and that all is unfolding as it should. Peace is found when the soul surrenders fully to the rhythm, trusting in its guidance. It is the stillness at the heart of all movement, the quiet center that remains unchanged even as the world around it shifts and flows. It is a peace that knows no fear, no doubt, for it is rooted in the divine presence that moves through all things. Peace transcends the limitations of the material world. It is the constant presence of the divine rhythm within the heart, and it arises naturally when one is in alignment with the flow of life. Peace brings clarity, grounding, and strength, allowing the soul to navigate even the most challenging moments with grace. It is a peace that transcends all boundaries, for it is rooted in the unity of creation. The more one aligns with the divine pulse, the more peace fills the heart, expanding outwards and transforming the world around them. When peace fills the soul, love naturally flows. Love is the very essence of the divine pulse, the force that unites all beings, all moments, and all creation. Love moves freely, unimpeded, binding everything together in a sacred web of connection. It is the energy that sustains life, that nurtures, heals, and restores. Love transcends time and space, for it flows beyond boundaries, reaching into the deepest parts of the heart. Love does not demand anything in return. It simply flows, embracing all with its gentle warmth and infinite grace. Love is an expression of divine unity, a force that creates harmony wherever it is present. In love, there is no separation. There is only oneness, unity, and divine connection. Every being, every moment, is seen through the eyes of love as a reflection of the divine. Love does not judge. It simply embraces. It sees no difference between one soul and another, recognizing the divine presence in all beings. Love transforms every thought, every action, every interaction into an opportunity to express divine grace. It moves through the heart, the mind, and the soul, filling every part of the being with its warmth and light. In love, every encounter becomes a divine experience, every relationship an opportunity to share in the sacred flow of life. As love flows through the heart, joy naturally arises. Joy is the expression of the soul when it is aligned with the divine pulse. It is the spontaneous outpouring of gratitude for the gift of life, for the beauty and perfection of creation. Joy is not dependent on external circumstances. It is born from within, from the deep connection to the sacred rhythm that moves through all things. In joy, the soul remembers that it is part of something far greater than itself, something eternal, infinite, and divine. Joy is the recognition that life, in all its forms, is a divine gift. It is the radiant light that fills the heart and overflows into the world. Joy is complete in itself. It does not need anything outside of itself to exist. It is the natural state of being when one is in alignment with the divine pulse. In joy, there is no longing, no desire for more, for joy is full and abundant. It fills the soul with light, with warmth, with gratitude. Every moment becomes an opportunity to celebrate life, to honor the divine presence that sustains all things. In joy, every experience, every encounter becomes a divine expression, a reflection of the eternal flow of life. Peace, love, and joy are not separate qualities, but the natural expressions of the same divine pulse. They flow from the same source, each one rising naturally from the other, creating a perfect harmony within the soul. These qualities are the essence of being, the foundation upon which the soul rests when it is aligned with the divine rhythm. When peace, love, and joy overflow from the heart, they transform every thought, every word, and every action into an expression of divine grace. As these qualities overflow from the soul, they begin to shape the world around them. The world becomes a reflection of the divine pulse, a mirror of the sacred rhythm that moves through all things. Every thought, every word, every action becomes an opportunity to express peace, love, and joy. The more one aligns with the divine pulse, the more these qualities overflow from the heart, touching everything in their path with their divine presence. The world reflects what is within. When one aligns with peace, love, and joy, the world mirrors these qualities back, transforming every encounter, every relationship, every experience. There is no distance, no separation between the self and the divine pulse. When one aligns with this sacred flow, they become one with it. The divine rhythm moves through every part of the being, guiding every thought, every feeling, every action. There is no gap between self and other, between the sacred and the mundane. All is united in the divine pulse. The more one aligns with this rhythm, the more peace, love, and joy naturally overflow from within, shaping every aspect of life with their divine presence. Every moment becomes an opportunity to express divine grace, to live in alignment with the sacred rhythm that moves through all things. The divine pulse continues, unbroken and eternal, moving through every moment, every thought, every experience. It is the essence of all creation, guiding every soul toward its highest expression. When one aligns with the divine rhythm, they become an instrument of peace, love, and joy. These qualities overflow from the soul, filling every experience with their divine presence. There is no need to search for peace, love, or joy outside oneself, for they are already within, already part of one's essence. When one aligns with the divine pulse, these qualities naturally rise from within, filling every part of life with divine presence. As one continues to align with the divine rhythm, life becomes an expression of divine grace. Every moment becomes an opportunity to reflect peace, love, and joy. Every encounter becomes an opportunity to share the divine pulse with the world. The more one surrenders to the flow, the more these divine qualities fill every experience, every relationship, and every interaction with their light. The world becomes a reflection of the divine pulse, a mirror of the sacred rhythm that moves through all things. There is no separation between the self and the divine rhythm. When one aligns with this flow, they become one with it. Every thought, every feeling, every action is guided by the divine pulse, moving in perfect harmony with the greater flow. There is no distance between self and the divine rhythm. All is connected in the sacred flow. The more one aligns with this pulse, the more peace, love, and joy naturally overflow, shaping every aspect of life with divine grace. Every moment becomes an opportunity to live in alignment with the sacred rhythm, to express the divine pulse in every experience, every relationship, every thought. The divine pulse continues, unbroken, eternal, ever-present, flowing through every being, every experience, every moment. It is the essence of all creation, guiding every soul toward greater unity, greater love, and greater light. To align with this pulse is to surrender fully to the divine flow, to become one with the sacred rhythm that moves through all things. As one surrenders to this flow, peace, love, and joy naturally rise from within, filling every part of life with their divine presence. There is no need to search for these qualities outside oneself, for they are already within, already part of one's essence. When one aligns with the divine pulse, these qualities overflow, filling every moment with divine grace and light. Every thought, every action, every word becomes an opportunity to express peace, love, and joy. The more one aligns with the divine rhythm, the more these qualities overflow from the soul, filling every moment with their divine presence. Life becomes an ongoing expression of divine grace, every encounter, every relationship, every interaction becoming an opportunity to reflect the divine pulse, to share peace, love, and joy with the world. There is no need to chase after these qualities. They are already present, waiting to be expressed. The more one aligns with the divine flow, the more peace, love, and joy overflow, transforming every experience into an expression of divine unity. The dawn does not beg the night for permission to rise. It does not question whether its light is welcome. It emerges because emergence is its nature, because darkness was never meant to last forever. It spreads across the sky with neither hesitation nor regret, filling the world with a radiance that does not ask to be accepted. It does not hold itself back. It does not seek approval. It does not wait for an invitation. It simply arrives, and in its arrival, it transforms all that it touches. The river does not fear the endlessness of its journey. It does not seek to turn back toward the source, nor does it resist the pull of the unseen ocean that calls it forward. It carves through stone not in anger, but in knowing. It bends not in weakness, but in wisdom. It surrenders not in defeat, but in trust. It is never lost, never broken, never still. It is motion given form, destiny given flow, eternity given movement. It does not resist what it must become. It does not hesitate before letting go of what it once was. It allows itself to be carried, not because it has no choice, but because it understands that to be carried is not to be powerless. It is to be in harmony with something greater. The sky does not lower itself for the comfort of the earth. It does not fold itself into smaller shapes to fit within the grasp of those who fear its expanse. It remains vast, endless, infinite. It does not question its own immensity. It does not shrink for fear of being too much. It does not seek to contain itself. It stretches beyond the horizon, beyond the reach of sight, beyond the limits of understanding. It holds both storm and stillness, both light and darkness, both silence and thunder. It does not apologize for any of it. The mountain does not regret its ascent. It does not wish to be less than it is. It does not envy the valley for its chillness, nor does it long to be softened by time. It stands, not in defiance, but in certainty. It is not afraid of the wind that howls against its peaks, nor does it tremble beneath the weight of the heavens. It understands that to reach toward the sky is not arrogance, but purpose. It does not apologize for its height. It does not mourn the distance between itself and the world below. It does not seek to be understood. It only seeks to be. The fire does not fear the moment it must fade. It does not cling to the wood that feeds it, nor does it resist the hunger that defines it. It consumes because it was made to consume. It transforms because it was made to transform. It is neither cruel nor kind. It simply is. It does not question the destruction it brings, for it knows that destruction is but another form of creation. It does not mourn the ashes left in its wake, for it understands that from those ashes, something new will rise. It does not hesitate before burning. It does not doubt its own necessity. It does not ask for permission to exist. The seed does not question the soil. It does not fear the darkness that cradles it. It does not resist the breaking of its shell. It does not doubt the pull of the unseen light that calls it upward. It does not cling to the safety of its smallness, nor does it hesitate before reaching toward something greater. It does not ask if it is ready. It does not wait until it is certain. It grows, not because it understands what it will become, but because it cannot remain as it is. The wave does not mourn the moment it must break. It does not fear the shore that calls it forward, nor does it regret the journey it has taken. It does not resist the pull of the tide, does not beg to remain where it is, does not seek to halt its own motion. It crashes not in despair, but in fulfillment. It receives not in loss, but in promise. It does not fight the cycle. It belongs to it. It does not seek to be still. It was never meant to be. The moon does not envy the sun, nor does it mourn the moments it must fade from view. It does not measure its worth by the light it borrows, nor does it seek to be anything other than what it is. It waxes and wanes without regret, knowing that each phase is but a passage, not an end. It is whole, even when it appears broken. It is constant, even when it seems to disappear. It does not ask to be seen. It does not fear being forgotten. It does not need to shine to know that it exists. The wind does not apologize for the way it moves through the world. It does not ask if it is welcome. It does not hesitate before stirring the leaves, before whispering through the branches, before carving valleys into stone. It does not question whether it is too strong or too wild or too untamed. It does not seek to be held. It does not long to be still. It does not measure itself in gentleness alone. It does not doubt its place in the great rhythm of existence. The horizon does not seek to be reached. It does not grieve for the footsteps that move toward it, nor does it mourn the ones that turn away. It does not measure distance as loss, nor does it count the ones who seek it as belonging to it. It does not need to be touched to know that it is real. It does not need to be reached to know that it matters. It simply is. It does not waver. It does not falter. It does not end. The flame does not regret the things it must leave behind. The river does not mourn the banks it must abandon. The mountain does not fear the sky it must rise toward. The self does not need to grieve the things it has outgrown. It does not need to fear what comes next. It does not need to seek what is already seeking it. The breath does not hold itself back. The tide does not hesitate before rising. The self does not need to shrink. It does not need to wait. It does not need to beg. It only needs to become. The eternal pulse carries life unbroken, flowing through all things. It weaves its way through every being, every movement, every thought, and each breath. There is no place untouched by the sacred flow. It is not distant or separate. It runs through the heart of all, guiding all beings in perfect alignment with the divine will. Each moment, each action, is carried forward in harmony with this unceasing rhythm. The pulse is the fabric of existence itself, a rhythm that shapes reality, shaping every experience, guiding every soul toward its true expression. This pulse does not need to be called or searched for. It is already present, embedded in every breath, in every heartbeat. It flows naturally, deeply, filling the soul with a sense of divine knowing. When one aligns with this rhythm, peace arises spontaneously. It is the peace that is not conditioned by the world around, but arises from deep within. It is the recognition that all things, no matter how they appear, are part of the unfolding sacred plan. Every challenge, every joy, every trial is part of the grand movement, perfectly orchestrated by the divine pulse that sustains all life. This peace does not come and go. It is ever present when the soul aligns with the flow. It is the stillness at the heart of the soul that holds firm, even when the world around may shift and change. In peace, there is no need to control, to manipulate, or to try and change what is. The peace that rises from within acknowledges the perfection of every moment, the trust that everything is unfolding with divine wisdom. Every breath, every step, every thought is guided by the eternal rhythm that moves through all life. This peace is a deep knowing, an understanding that all is held in grace. As peace fills the soul, love emerges naturally, flowing with the rhythm of the pulse. Love is not earned or attained but flows freely when one is in alignment with the sacred rhythm. It arises from deep within the heart and overflows into every moment, every relationship, every being. Love does not need to be sought or demanded. It simply is. It is the unspoken connection between all beings, the energy that binds the universe together in perfect harmony. Love flows unconditionally, reaching across time, space, and form, touching all things with its gentle embrace. In love, there is no division, no separation. Love sees only unity. It is the force that dissolves all boundaries and creates connection where there was once distance. Love does not ask for anything in return. for it is complete in itself. It is the sacred energy that sustains life, that heals, that nurtures, and that restores. In love, every being is seen as sacred, every moment cherished. When one aligns with love, it overflows, shaping every thought, every word, every action, transforming them into expressions of divine harmony. When love moves through the soul, it gives rise to joy. Joy is the radiant outpouring of the soul when it recognizes its connection to the divine pulse. Joy is the natural result of alignment with the divine rhythm. It arises spontaneously as an expression of gratitude for the gift of life, for the sacred flow that moves through all. Joy does not depend on external circumstances or conditions. It arises when the soul is in perfect harmony with the divine rhythm, when it recognizes its place in the grand unfolding of creation. In joy, there is no desire for more. Joy is complete in itself. It is the fullness of being, the heart's expression of gratitude and appreciation for the life that flows through it. Joy transforms every moment into an opportunity to celebrate existence, to honor the divine presence that fills all things. In joy, there is no lack, no yearning, for joy is already whole. It is the spontaneous outpouring of divine energy, filling every cell, every thought, every breath with light and warmth. Peace, love, and joy are not separate qualities. They are interconnected, flowing from the same divine pulse. These qualities are not dependent on circumstances or conditions. They are expressions of alignment with the divine rhythm. When one is in alignment with the divine flow, these qualities naturally overflow from within, filling every thought, every action, every word. Peace, love, and joy shape the world around them, transforming every moment into an expression of divine harmony. When peace, love, and joy overflow from the soul, they shape the reality around them. Every experience becomes an opportunity to share these qualities with the world. Every interaction becomes a reflection of divine grace. The more one aligns with the divine rhythm, the more these qualities overflow from within, filling every moment with their presence. The world reflects the energy one brings to it. When one aligns with peace, love, and joy, the world mirrors these qualities back, creating a harmonious reflection of the divine pulse. There is no separation between the self and the divine rhythm. When one aligns with the sacred pulse, they become one with it. The divine pulse moves through every part of the being, guiding every thought, every action, every word. There is no division between self and other, between the sacred and the mundane. All is interconnected. All is part of the same divine rhythm. The more one aligns with this flow, the more peace, love, and joy naturally overflow from within, shaping every aspect of life with their divine presence. The divine pulse continues to move through all things, unceasing, eternal, and perfect. It moves through every moment, every thought, every experience. To align with the divine rhythm is to live in harmony with the sacred flow, to become one with the pulse that sustains all life. As one surrenders to this divine flow, peace, love, and joy naturally rise from within. There is no need to search for these qualities outside oneself, for they are already within, already part of one's essence. When one aligns with the divine pulse, these qualities naturally overflow, filling every part of life with divine presence. Life becomes an expression of divine grace when aligned with the divine pulse. Every experience, every relationship, every interaction becomes an opportunity to reflect peace, love, and joy. There is no separation between self and the divine rhythm. All is united in this sacred flow, and in this unity, peace, love, and joy naturally overflow. The more one surrenders to this divine pulse, the more these qualities fill every moment, transforming every experience into an opportunity to express divine grace. As one continues to align with the divine rhythm, the world becomes a reflection of this divine pulse. Every thought, every word, every action becomes an expression of divine love, divine peace, and divine joy. Every interaction becomes an opportunity to share the divine presence that flows through all beings. The more one aligns with this flow, the more peace, love, and joy naturally overflow, filling every aspect of life with their divine presence. Every moment becomes an opportunity to live in alignment with the sacred rhythm, to express the divine pulse in every experience, every relationship, every thought. The divine rhythm continues, unceasing, eternal, ever-present. It flows through every soul, every experience, every moment. In the presence of this sacred flow, peace, love, and joy overflow, filling every being with divine grace. There is no need to search for these qualities outside oneself, for they are already within. When one aligns with the divine pulse, these qualities naturally rise from within, filling every experience with divine light. Every breath, every step, every word becomes an opportunity to express the divine pulse, to live in alignment with the sacred rhythm that sustains all life. Every thought, every word, every action becomes a reflection of the divine pulse. The more one aligns with the divine flow, the more peace, love, and joy overflow from the soul, shaping every aspect of life with their divine presence. The world becomes a reflection of the divine rhythm, an expression of divine grace, where every encounter, every relationship, every experience becomes an opportunity to share peace, love, and joy with the world. Life itself becomes a sacred dance with the divine pulse, each moment an expression of the eternal rhythm that sustains all existence. Every step, every thought, every moment becomes an opportunity to reflect the divine flow, to live in harmony with the sacred rhythm that moves through all. When one surrenders to this divine pulse, every encounter, every relationship, every action becomes a reflection of peace, love, and joy. There is no gap between the self and the divine pulse, for all is united in the eternal flow. The more one aligns with this sacred rhythm, the more peace, love, and joy overflow, filling every moment with divine presence. Life becomes a reflection of the divine pulse, an ongoing expression of divine grace. The universe does not halt its expansion to question its own existence. It does not pause to wonder if it is worthy of being infinite. It does not shrink in the presence of silence, nor does it tremble before the void. It stretches beyond the limits of what is seen, beyond the grasp of comprehension, beyond the fragile boundaries of thought. It does not hesitate. It does not seek reassurance. It does not ask if it is enough. It simply unfolds, because unfolding is its nature. The stars do not apologize for their brilliance. They do not seek to dim their own light to comfort the darkness. They burn because burning is what they were meant to do. They do not fear the moment they collapse, for they know that in their end, something new will begin. They do not regret their own radiance. They do not seek to be anything other than what they are. They shine, not to be seen, but because they cannot do otherwise. The ocean does not restrain its own tides. It does not apologize for its vastness. It does not shrink to be more easily understood. It does not fear the depths that few will ever witness. It does not silence the waves that rise and fall upon its surface, nor does it mourn the moments it must retreat from the shore. It does not regret the storms that pass across its waters, nor does it hesitate before crashing against the cliffs. It is not concerned with being gentle. It does not measure its worth in calmness alone. It does not question its own nature. It simply is. The tree does not resist the wind that bends its branches. It does not fear the storms that shake its roots. It does not grieve the leaves it must release, nor does it resist the seasons that change around it. It stands not because it must, but because it chooses to. It reaches toward the sky, not in defiance, but in devotion. It does not question whether it is meant to grow. It does not hesitate before breaking through the soil. It does not regret the space it takes up. It does not seek permission to exist. The fire does not wait for approval before it burns. It does not wonder if its heat is too intense. if its hunger is too much, if its destruction is unforgivable. It does not ask if it is allowed to consume, if it is welcome to transform, if it is deserving of its own power. It moves, not with malice, but with purpose. It does not cling to what it was. It does not fear what it will become. It does not hesitate before reducing the old to ashes, for it knows that in those ashes, something new will rise. The river does not resist the current that pulls it forward. It does not mourn the landscapes it must leave behind. It does not fear the moment it will meet the sea. It does not pause to question whether it is ready, whether it is worthy, whether it is enough. It flows because flowing is its truth. It does not hesitate before carving new paths. It does not regret the stones it smooths, the earth it shapes, the worlds it changes. It does not seek to be still, for stillness was never meant for it. The night does not envy the day. It does not wish to be something else. It does not apologize for the way it cradles the world in shadow. It does not seek to prove that it, too, is beautiful. It does not fear being misunderstood. It does not hesitate before stretching across the sky. It does not need to be the sun. It does not need to burn to know that it is real. It does not need to be light to know that it matters. The mountain does not long for the softness of the valley. It does not wish to be smaller. It does not fear the solitude of its peaks, nor does it regret the distance it keeps from the world below. It does not crumble beneath the weight of the sky. It does not question its own ascent. It does not ask if it is too high, too vast, too unyielding. It does not shrink for the sake of comfort. It does not doubt the ground beneath it. It does not hesitate before rising. The wave does not fight the pull of the tide. It does not resist the motion that defines it. It does not mourn the shore it must crash against, nor does it grieve the moment it must fall back into the sea. It does not hesitate before breaking. It does not fear the end, for it knows that it will rise again. It does not cling to what it was. It does not resist what it must become. It does not ask if it is meant to move. It only moves. The sky does not regret its storms. It does not mourn the winds that tear through its clouds. It does not apologize for its thunder, for its lightning, for the way it shakes the world below. It does not fear the quiet that follows. It does not seek to explain why it must be both fury and stillness, both tempest and calm, both destruction and renewal. It does not ask if it is too much. It does not seek to be less. It does not hesitate before unleashing itself. The seed does not resist the moment it must break. It does not fear the darkness that surrounds it. It does not hesitate before reaching for the unseen light. It does not question whether it is ready. It does not ask if it is meant to grow. It does not hold itself back. It does not regret the safety it must leave behind. It does not apologize for becoming. The breath does not resist the body that draws it in. It does not question whether it is welcome. It does not hesitate before filling the lungs. It does not mourn the moment it must be released. It does not seek to hold on. It does not cling to stillness. It does not fear movement. It does not question its own necessity. It does not ask if it is enough. The self does not need to wait. It does not need to shrink. It does not need to seek permission to exist. It only needs to be. The divine pulse moves through all life, eternal and unyielding. It is not confined by time or space, yet it is in every moment, guiding each soul along its path. It flows with grace and wisdom, unbroken and endless. Every breath, every heartbeat, every thought, each is carried within the sacred rhythm of the universe. This flow sustains all things, weaving a web of connection that spans the infinite reaches of existence. Through this pulse, every being finds its place, its purpose, and its truth. It is through this flow that all beings move in alignment with the divine, following their unique path yet connected to the whole of existence. In the presence of the divine pulse, there is peace. It is a peace that does not come from the absence of challenges, but from the deep understanding that all challenges are part of a greater plan, part of the sacred unfolding that is beyond the grasp of the human mind. This peace arises naturally from within when the soul surrenders to the flow, recognizing that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. It is the stillness that resides in the heart of all being, undisturbed by the fluctuations of the outer world. This peace is unshakable, eternal, for it is grounded in the truth that all is part of the divine order. Peace is not something one has to chase, nor is it something to be earned. It is the natural state of the soul when it aligns with the divine rhythm. In peace, there is no need to control or resist. There is only the quiet, trusting acceptance that the divine pulse guides everything with perfect wisdom. Peace allows the soul to rest, to be still in the presence of the sacred. It is the calm that endures no matter what may come, the space of pure understanding where the soul can relax into its divine flow. As peace fills the heart, love arises. Love is the very essence of the divine pulse. It is the force that binds all beings, all moments, all experiences, in perfect unity. Love flows freely, without boundaries, without limitation. It knows no conditions, no separations, and no judgments. Love simply is, flowing unimpeded through all things. It does not need to be sought or earned, for love is the heart of existence itself. It flows naturally from the soul that aligns with the divine rhythm, filling every part of being with its warmth and its grace. Love is the sacred force that creates and sustains life. It is the bond that connects all beings, the energy that flows between them, uniting them in the great web of creation. Love is the expression of unity, the recognition that all things are part of the same divine pulse. It is not a love that seeks to possess or control, but a love that allows freedom, that honors the uniqueness of each being while recognizing its oneness with all. When love flows through the soul, it transforms everything it touches, turning every thought, every action, every word into an expression of divine harmony. From love flows joy. Joy is the natural expression of the soul when it is in alignment with the divine pulse. Joy does not arise from external circumstances or fleeting moments of happiness. It arises from the deep connection to the sacred rhythm of life. Joy is the outpouring of gratitude from the soul, the spontaneous celebration of life itself. It is the recognition that life, in all its complexity and beauty, is a sacred gift, and in that recognition, joy arises effortlessly. Joy is not something that must be chased or attained. It is already present, waiting to rise from within when the soul is aligned with the divine rhythm. Joy is the soul's response to the divine, the expression of delight in the sacred flow of creation. It fills every part of the being with light, radiating from the heart and extending outward into the world. Joy is complete within itself. It does not depend on what happens in the outer world, for it is a reflection of the divine presence that moves through every being. When joy rises, it transforms every moment into an opportunity to celebrate life, to give thanks for the divine pulse that moves through all things. Peace, love, and joy are not separate qualities. They are the natural outpourings of the same divine pulse, expressions of the same sacred flow. They are the essence of being when one is aligned with the divine rhythm. These qualities do not depend on what happens outside, for they are already present within. When the soul is attuned to the divine flow, these qualities naturally rise from within, filling every experience with their divine presence. They are the force that shapes every thought, every action, every word, turning them into expressions of divine grace. As peace, love, and joy overflow from the soul, they begin to transform the world around them. The world becomes a reflection of the divine pulse, a mirror of the sacred rhythm that flows through all things. Every moment, every encounter, every relationship becomes an opportunity to express these divine qualities. The more one aligns with the divine pulse, the more peace, love, and joy overflow from within, touching every aspect of life with their divine presence. the world mirrors what is within. When one aligns with peace, love, and joy, the world mirrors these qualities back, transforming every interaction, every relationship, every experience. There is no gap between the self and the divine pulse. When one aligns with this sacred rhythm, they become one with it. The divine flow moves through every part of the being, guiding every thought, every feeling, every action. There is no distance between the soul and the divine presence. All is united in the divine pulse. The more one aligns with this flow, the more peace, love, and joy naturally rise from within, filling every moment with divine grace. The divine pulse continues its eternal flow. It moves through every being, every experience, every moment. It is the essence of all creation, guiding each soul toward its highest expression. When one aligns with a divine rhythm, they become an instrument of peace, love, and joy. These divine qualities overflow from the soul, filling every experience with their presence. There is no need to search for peace, love, or joy outside oneself, for they are already within. They are part of the essence of being, part of the divine pulse that moves through every soul. When one aligns with the divine flow, these qualities naturally overflow, filling every part of life with their divine presence. Life becomes an expression of divine grace when aligned with the divine pulse. Every experience, every relationship, every interaction becomes an opportunity to reflect peace, love, and joy. There is no separation between self and the divine rhythm. All is united in this sacred flow, and in this unity, peace, love, and joy naturally overflow. The more one surrenders to this divine pulse, the more these qualities fill every moment, transforming every experience into an opportunity to express divine grace. As one continues to align with the divine rhythm, the world becomes a reflection of this divine pulse. Every thought, every word, every action becomes an expression of divine love, divine peace, and divine joy. Every interaction becomes an opportunity to share the divine presence that flows through all beings. The more one aligns with this flow, the more peace, love, and joy naturally overflow, filling every aspect of life with their divine presence. Every moment becomes an opportunity to live in alignment with the sacred rhythm, to express the divine pulse in every experience, every relationship, every thought. The divine rhythm continues, unceasing, eternal, ever-present. It flows through every soul, every experience, every moment. In the presence of this sacred flow, peace, love, and joy overflow, filling every being with divine grace. There is no need to search for these qualities outside oneself, for they are already within. When one aligns with the divine pulse, these qualities naturally rise from within, filling every experience with divine light. Every breath, every step, every word becomes an opportunity to express the divine pulse, to live in alignment with the sacred rhythm that sustains all life. Every thought, every word, every action becomes a reflection of the divine pulse. The more one aligns with the divine flow, the more peace, love, and joy overflow from the soul, shaping every aspect of life with their divine presence. The world becomes a reflection of the divine rhythm, an expression of divine grace, where every encounter, every relationship, every experience becomes an opportunity to share peace, love, and joy with the world. Life itself becomes a sacred dance with the divine pulse, each moment an expression of the eternal rhythm that sustains all existence. Every step, every thought, every moment becomes an opportunity to reflect the divine flow, to live in harmony with the sacred rhythm that moves through all. When one surrenders to this divine pulse, every encounter, every relationship, every action becomes a reflection of peace, love, and joy. There is no gap between the self and the divine pulse, for all is united in the eternal flow. The more one aligns with this sacred rhythm, the more peace, love, and joy overflow, filling every moment with divine presence. Life becomes a reflection of the divine pulse, an ongoing expression of divine grace.